Okay, as promised, we are starting today again in English the Corner of Hope. So, why the Corner of Hope? What's the point of this Corner of Hope? It's because we think that Albania is a small country suffering under a very sophisticated regime, which means not just governmental regime, but it's together. We have an autocratic government and autocratic opposition together, uh, who has agreed in a very negative consensus that they would fight against one another, they would hate one another, but still they would keep one another in game. And they will destroy any flower of hope, freedom, dignity in the country. So whoever starts something new, whoever decides to challenge them politically or culturally or in any uh, way that the challenge could be established, they all agree that they should destroy it, and they surround it with evil, with very uh, let's say complicated instrument which make life difficult to any organization or structure that tries to grow in this hostile environment that they have created. We have the government, which is ruled by the Socialist Party since 2013, and we have the opposition, which is ruled by Salih Berisha and Ilir Meta, who used to be prime ministers and presidents of the republic in the country. So we have a prime minister. Imagine a little bit. The prime minister of Albania has as his opposition two former prime ministers and two former presidents of the republic. Can you imagine that? How hilarious that could be? Can you imagine how odd that could be that a prime minister is challenged forever by the former prime ministers and the former presidents of the republic? This means that they have agreed. Nobody new will enter in the scene. So just to keep the system and the regime going on and on and on forever. So we have always the same actors, the same factors, the same people who run everything, the same people who control politics, political parties, institutions, oligarchs. So in order to have the same people keeping their hands on everything, I would appreciate very much if we agree together that we would have a very uh, ethical language while we communicate with one another. So ethics is very important in this communication. Even English speakers, even native Albanians and even English speaking Albanians and even foreigners who communicate with me in this channel, please keep your language ethical. So let's maintain some standards here and let's try together build some standards uh, uh, in the best way possible and the most ethical way possible. Okay, so I was saying that the regime is now composed by three main parties: Edi Rama's party, Salih Berisha's party, and Ilir Meta's party. All three parties, they are autocratic, one-man show parties. And the government is ruled by the Socialist Party, and the opposition is ruled by Salih Berisha, who used to be a former communist, and he is the head of a political party which was born as anti-communist. But so imagine a communist becoming the leader of an anti-communist party, and his best ally, which is Ilir Meta, who is even now a communist, a very hard-line communist. This is how they have managed to keep us under their feet, to keep the society under their feet. But they have made it, they have managed to create everything in Albania, everything in Albania look like in a small box. So whomever tries to challenge them, whomever tries to build a political challenge to change things in Albania, has to deal with this sophisticated three partisan regime. I am Arian Galdini, and I am the leader of a new political party. And we have started in a very unique way. So we have started this challenge just by one mobile phone and one Facebook page. Only through social media, social networks gave us the chance to reach out to people. So the fact that we are a political party, a legitimate political party in Albania, doesn't mean that the regime would consider us as relevant, and doesn't mean that we will be able to pass over to the citizens, to transmit to the citizens our ideas, our vision, our activities through the media. We are totally banned by the media, totally banned by the media. We are condemned with oblivion. So can you understand it being condemned with oblivion? Which means that if you are pro or against somebody, the other side would give you space. But when you are condemned with oblivion, all sides, all parts have agreed that they will not allow you to be active in the media, to show up in the media, so people can get to know you. So it's all of them together, Sali Berisha, Edi Rama, Ilir Meta, the government and the opposition, all of them together, they have decided to ban, to stop, to censor the new movement, Lëvizja. So, which means zero media, zero media, zero media for us, but only one mobile phone and one Facebook page. And we have achieved such a graceful uh, result because we have a wonderful community now. I can tell you, I am not saying that we are big or that we have the numbers to make the change now. No, but all I'm saying is that uh, we have enough numbers to be at the beginning, just to exist, to be, and we have enough numbers to resist, and we have enough numbers to keep our ideas being revealed to the people through our social media networks, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. So that's our media. And this is very unique. Believe me, this is very unique. But let me explain you uh, a little bit our difficulty and why we are trying this crazy idea of, let's say, attempting to reach out to internationals who might like our idea, who might like our idea, who might be sympathetic to our idea, who might even encourage and support our idea. As I told you, the regime, the three partisan regime, has managed to create in Albania such a small space of action that Albania looks like we are a small box. Nobody can move, nobody can live out of this small box. Nobody could challenge, nobody could really do anything out of this small box. And the other thing is that the regime has full control over the lives of people here. Full control over the lives of people here. The regime is feeding most of the people here. The regime has control over everybody who has a job or who has a business. Everybody who is financially wealthy or economically successful in this country is controlled one way or another by the regime. So it's very hard to uh, communicate just in Albanian and hope that you can really break through. To break through, you need a little bit more. You need to understand that here in this society you are surrounded, and what we have seen in these 4 years of communication via social media networks, we have understood that we can make the change in Albania. We can make the change in Albania, but we are surrounded here. We are surrounded here, and which means that uh, we can grow, but very slowly. When you are surrounded, you can grow very slowly, and change might take endless time. In order to attempt to speed it up, we are we have chosen to start the same thing as we started 4 years ago. 4 years ago, with one mobile phone and one Facebook page, we started the Corner of Hope. So live communication every day, and we came to the results that we have now a community of Albanians who believe in this idea. We have a political party known as Lëvizja, New Movement. And this party is every day on action. And when this party is every day on action, hope is on action in Albania. But we still understand that uh, it's hard to speed it up only with the instruments that we have been using in these 4 years. We need to change a little bit. We need to change strategy, and we need to try a little bit more, a little bit crazy. So when, for example, somebody makes the question, what is he talking about? Well, it's a very fair and legitimate question, because why would an international, a foreigner, be interested to know anything about what am I talking here? Yeah, it's very legitimate, but you know, anyway, my I assume that maybe 99% of people who can hear me in English here, so foreigners, internationals, whomever, might feel weird and would say, why would we be interested on what's going on in Albania? What's of interest there? Why do we care about what's going on in Albania? Maybe even more than 99%. But if there is a chance that just 0.1% would understand that exactly here in this small country known as Albania is happening almost a miracle that still needs to be fulfilled and still needs people who believe in it and who work on it. Maybe 0.001%. It's all enough for the miracle to be strengthened, processed, and maybe even realized and achieved. It's a crazy idea. I repeat it from the beginning, from the start. It's a crazy idea. It might be a huge failure. It might be a huge nothing. It could be. But if an idea it's not crazy, then it's not worth. We have this crazy idea that we will try, we will try, that we will try to communicate with people who speak English, who are foreigners, internationals. We will try to communicate with people who might feel like, hey, somehow this corner of the world called Albania, this small corner of the world, can be really a very good objective, very uh, nice destination where people can put some thoughts on and they can feel the sound of a miracle. So this is more or less my idea. Talk to people, explain people what we are doing, who we are, and maybe create the sunny corner of hope and miracles here. So not everybody has to do something at his home. Sometimes miracles happen even somewhere else. Otherwise, when you watch the media, why do we have this international news? Half of the news on the media in our countries are for interior stuff, interior issues, interior problems, interior political debates and thoughts and questions, and half of the news are still for what's going on around the world. So this means that maybe we agree that having an eye or a part of our attention to something happening in some small corner of the world, it's not at all a bad thing. It could be even a very good and encouraging and feeling good thing. So I invite you to see it like that. It could be a feeling good thing. It could be a feeling good thing. I am I'm very glad that I had this crazy idea. I know that this crazy idea might make people laugh. I know that my English could be really uh, not not at all at the level that I could really pass over to you all I have in my mind and in my heart. Mostly when you speak about emotional stuff. Mostly when you speak about emotional stuff. I know that everything is a no when when I do this international corner of hope in English. But anyway, I'm going to do it because by doing it every day and by taking courage in doing it every day, I will improve my communication and I will improve my English as well. Uh, sometimes as I'm used, because for me it's like building up a new personality. Uh, Let me explain you one thing. I'm used to speaking Albanian. Albanian is my mother language, is my native language. Uh, and after 4 years of speaking every day at the corner of hope in Albanian with my uh, dear Albanians, starting this corner of hope in English is like separating, dividing my brain in two parts. And it's weird for me because I am trying to speak at the corner of hope, and I'm trying to speak uh, to the internationals, but I know that in my social media networks, I have mostly Albanians, and I feel like they are saying, "What the heck is he doing? He's crazy. Maybe he's uh, uh, he's having mental health problems." So he's getting crazy. What is he doing? So maybe people get surprised uh, by me when I try to do that, and this gives me a little bit of uh, trouble when I think in English and when I try to make it right. So my Albanian thoughts, Albanian way of thinking, Albanian way of expressing myself, uh, to make it come the way I want it in English. It's different when I am in meetings or in conferences because there I'm straightforward. I know what am I going to do. I know the objective. I know the idea. I know the subject. And when I speak there, I am very clear and sharp. Maybe not at the best, but I know that I am much better than at this international corner of hope. But I will improve. I will improve. And every day I will do this international corner of hope. I will come better. I'm sure because I know myself. I know that if I do something, uh, I either come better, I either stop, I either quit. But quitting is never an option for me. Quitting is never an option for me. So I either come better or I either come better and better than better. So day by day, I uh, I bet I will improve my communication. I don't know, Igli Chekani, whether I'm doing fine or not. It's hard though because I'm used to speak in Albanian. I'm used to do the corner of hope in Albanian. I'm used to do this live communication at my social media networks in Albanian. And now that I am trying to uh, do it even in English, it's really hard. It's really difficult because it makes my mind goes like crazy. But I will adapt myself. So let me come to the point. Albania has become small as a box. And anybody who tries to do something to change things in this country is surrounded. And when you are surrounded, you can, uh, okay, you can move in a circle. You can move uh, in a very uh, controlled and precise space, but you cannot break through. If you really want to change things in your country, if you really want to be a country changer, a hope constructor, you need to hope builder. You need to break through. Uh, I am very aware that in this small country as a box, we have tried all our limits, and now we know all our limits. So at this point, we need more friends. We need to try new ways. We need people who believe in us and who speak up for us all over the world. We need the internationals, foreigners to know that in this small country, in this small corner of the world called Albania, there are some people who are building something new, which is like a counterculture. Counterculture. In what sense is a counterculture? Because we are used that uh, the cultural and social construction we have in our mind is that in order to be successful, you need to be a winner. And in order to be a winner, you need to have a project, money for the project, and a team. So you can spend the money uh, and try to implement the project so the team can come up for the project and for the people within the team. So being a winner is like achieving something. This is the main culture we know. Mostly the American culture is be a winner, be a winner, be a winner. You have thousands of books, thousands of uh, motivators, influencers who always tell us how to be winners, how to change the world by being winners, how to become rich and winners and successful and powerful. So you have thousands of books every day and thousands of uh, motivators and influencers that spread out this message: be a winner, be a winner, be successful, achieve something. But we are different. We are different because we are trying to build something all in the counter path. We are trying to build something substantial. So we are not trying to be winners. We are trying to be substantial. So we are trying to create at the beginning a community because we believe that if you create the project and the community because of the project, then you are making it all wrong because everything goes according to a certain plan. But if you build a community and through the community you build the project, then you can make it democratically to really implement the best project and democratical project possible for a country. If you see the dominant philosophy and culture all over the world and teach at the universities, you see that people are being taught. They learn how to be successful through a project, make together a project. But it's very technocratic. This is very technocratic, and this creates homo fabers. It doesn't create human beings, but it creates human doings. So you need to do something, but not to be somebody. So being successful and being a winner, you always need to do something, but not being somebody. Through a project, you can do something. Through a community, you can be somebody. So that's the thing. We have decided to change it all. In this small corner, at least in this small corner of the world called Albania, we have the luxury. We have the luxury because our culture is very Mediterranean and we know how to spend our time in a, how the Italians say, il bel far niente, so the good doing nothing. So we know how to lose time. We know how to kill time. So we can use this time killing for a good purpose. This Mediterranean tradition of time killing can be used for a good purpose, which means that we can take our time. We can take our time and work day by day and people to people to create a community, to build a community. So what do we need? So what it's necessary to build a community? It is a certain set of principles. How can we be together? Why should we be together? Principles, not a project. Principles. So through these social media networks and live communications here in Albania, we have achieved this wonderful and graceful miracle of communicating and getting together, and establishing together a set of principles why we are together, how we can be together and stand together. And here we are. Now, this community, after setting the principles of how to be together and why we should be together, we have come to the project called Lëvizja, a new movement party. So it's not the party building the community, it's the community that have come to the conclusion and to the desire and to the aspiration to build the political party. So it's all different, it's all counterculture. This is what I mean. So we have made it, we have achieved something really unique. So it was like the community building the party, not the party building the community. Here it starts the miracle. Very good. So here it starts the miracle. And now we know that all we need to do is work on details, how this project, how this community turned into a party, and the party being part of a community can become louder and louder and more visible and more relevant. So more Albanian citizens would join us, and so we can bring change to Albania. How can we do that? How can we do that? How can we uh, make it really successful, and how can we make it happen in a time which is reasonable? As I told you before, every new initiative in Albania is always surrounded by the regime. Is always surrounded by the regime. You cannot really do more than uh, the regime allows you. You need people to grow, but people here are under the under a severe regime of fear, fear of losing their jobs, fear of losing their social status, fear of losing their social wealth and capacities, fear of being isolated, fear of being uh, totally forgotten and left behind and left alone. So, fear of losing everything economically. People are surrounded here. So, in order to hope that we can have a faster, uh, in order to hope that we can have a faster and quicker uh, movement towards our objectives, we sincerely need to uh, do something crazy. We sincerely need to do something crazy, and this is the purpose of the corner of International Corner of Hope. So, by speaking in English and trying to reach out to internationals, if it happens, if it happens, I repeat it, I am aware that this crazy idea could be a huge fiasco, a huge failure, a huge nothing. But I don't care. I have seen it when I started the Corner of Hope in Albania in March 2020. I have seen the same thing. I have seen uh, many people laughing at me. I have seen many people uh, joking at me. I have seen many people teasing at me. I have seen many people saying that you're crazy. What are you doing? You're not okay. You need to see the doctor. You need to see your your shrink. I know that, uh, but I don't care. So uh, because after 4 years, I can say that my craziness came to this miracle called Lëvizja, New Movement Party. Uh, so I am doing it again. I am trying it again. So, but I am trying in English now because I'm calling out. I'm calling out for friends. I'm calling out for maybe people who might encourage this idea and who might speak up for this idea all over the world. So maybe in English we can reach out to international friends and international media, and we can make our story be heard. And through the, let's say, the possible or potential uh, reach out to international friends, we can break through this small box where we are surrounded called Albania. You know, somebody asked me, why don't you call this live communication every day not the corner of hope, but the voice of hope? And I never thought about it, but now I'm thinking. Now that I'm talking English, I'm thinking, I cannot be the voice of hope. It would be too much to think of yourself and of your voice as the voice of hope. But I can call anybody in English or in Albanian to join this corner so we can all together make it the corner of hope and we can all together speak up the voice of hope. So if I would have said that I am the voice of hope, it won't be a good thing. I don't think of myself as the voice of hope. So it's not about me. It's about us. So I'm offering my social media networks in YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, as a corner where everybody, internationals and Albanians, can get together and speak up together for hope. So a common voice, English and Albanian, can be the voice of hope. So I'm trying to build the corner of hope so maybe all of us together can be the voice of hope. If you agree with me, please keep joining us. I will try to do it every day. I'll try to improve myself and my English every day. Maybe when I am released, fully released by my emotions, it's heavy to speak in English when you know that most of the Albanians who would see you would say, wow, what is he doing? Crazy. He's getting crazy. And so you stop yourself and you are not free to speak because you are fighting with yourself. What am I doing? What are they thinking? Would they laugh to me? Would they say he's not okay? So it's a fight with yourself. It's a fight with myself within myself. So please understand me because at the beginning it will be this way. It will be difficult because till I get used uh, with the corner of hope in English, until I overpass my emotions, so I clear up my my memory, so I have the right words when I speak. So I do not fight to find the right words because emotions sometimes hide the right words that are inside me, but I cannot bring them up to you. Uh, I don't. I don't pretend I don't have emotions. I have emotions now. Um, at the corner of hope in Albanian, I am very relaxed. I have zero emotions, so I can play I can do the corner of hope for 4 hours, 5 hours, anytime, and I don't care. But doing it in English when I know that still most of the people who follow the corner of hope are Albanians, and most of the people who follow the corner of hope uh, they are Albanians, but most of them, the majority, they belong to a different way of thinking than myself. So they would say, really, this Galdini is getting uh, weirder and weirder. So, but anyway, I can say now I don't care, but I need time to not really care. So I need more time to not really care. So please understand me till I will not really care, and at that moment I will be more free and more relaxed, and we can have a proper international corner of hope, maybe same as we do it in Albanian. Uh, okay, uh, just for curiosity, do we have any international following us now? So do we have any foreigner following us now? So how does this look to the eyes and to the ears of the internationals? Is anybody there who is international who has been following this conversation? Is it chaotic, or there is some degree of clarity here? So can we build up communication? So is there a certain clarity on what I mean and what I'm trying to say, or I'm just babbling and I'm just saying things that nobody who is not Albanian understands? Hmm? Is there anybody? No? Okay. Anyway, these are the first trials. uh, it will happen, believe me. I have seen it. It's like a vision. I have seen it. It will happen. It will come a moment that more and more internationals will come and join us, and you'll see it. I have seen it. So, because I never do something I don't see it before in my mind. And I have seen it. It will happen. It will be fantastic. Even the International Corner of Hope will be same as the Corner of Hope. It will be same. We will have many internationals joining us. I have seen it. I have visioned it. I can. only explain it to you by words, but I cannot tell you and visualize to you what I have seen. I am more than sure that the International Corner of Hope in 2 or 3 months will be really same as the Albanian Corner of Hope. Okay, uh, now I'm gonna do my Albanian talking. So I'm gonna close this English Corner of Hope, this International Corner of Hope in English, and I'll come in Albanian because I want to give a message, because today we have a very important day for the Albanians. It's the 2nd of March. And the 2nd of March is the day of the Covenant of Lëvizja. So in Albania, we consider it as the most important day where our national hero, Skanderbeg, Gjergj Kastrioti, did his first convention where he united all Albanians 580 years ago. Skanderbeg was a hero of all Europe and all Western culture. And for us, he is our national hero, but even to Europe, he is a hero. Do you know that some of the best poets of the times, writers, Voltaire himself wrote about Skanderbeg. A poet like Longfellow wrote poems about Skanderbeg. You have Vivaldi doing music about Skanderbeg. And you have even other composers, musicians, poets, writers. He is maybe one of the most uh, studied and mentioned heroes in artistic, scientific, and uh, literature books written all over the world. All over the world. Even Richard Wagner wrote about Skanderbeg, a beautiful opera. So I'm going to speak now in Albanian after I close it up. And because I want to use this day to salute my Albanian friends and people and talk to them a little bit about Skanderbeg and about his model. He's our role model. So have a great day, have a great weekend, and please give me time till I come better and better. Have a good day and have a great weekend, all of you. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.